Mayday, Mayday, Coast Guard, come save my boat.
The Coast Guard's 47-foot motor lifeboat, and this thing is a beast. It's used for rescuing people in some of the harshest weather conditions around the United States. It can operate in 20-foot breaking surf and up to 50-knot winds. But one of the most incredible aspects of this boat is if it gets overturned, it can actually flip itself back over. But more impressive than the boat itself are the men and women who are trained to drive this boat through the surf. They're called surfmen, and they receive their training here at the Coast Guard's National Motor Lifeboat School. The school sits near the dreaded Columbia River Bar, an area so deadly it's known to mariners as the graveyard of the Pacific. In 1792, approximately 2,000 ships have sunk in this area, but what makes the Columbia River Bar so dangerous? Strong westerly currents from the Columbia River rush out and collide with the currents from the Pacific Ocean, creating extremely dynamic conditions. 9 Coast Guard members from around the nation have come to the school to attend the elite surfman course.
The surfman course is the culmination of years of a boat driver's career.
These badges are called surfman checks, and they represent every surfman, going all the way back to the U.S. Life-Saving Service. Back in those days, surfmen used boats that looked like this, and wore rain gear and cork life jackets. It's a stark contrast to the more advanced gear worn today. The heavy weather belt allows the boat crew to stay connected to the boat if it's struck by a breaking wave or even flipped over while operating in areas like this, called a surf zone. These are the treacherous areas where students train.
You're definitely out of your comfort zone all the time.
These conditions are bigger than almost anywhere else, and we got to get out and really get into it.
Surf zones begin forming far off the coast in what are called deep water waves. As the waves approach shore, they interact with the coastline, slowing them down and pushing all the waves' dangerous energy up and forward.
So we practice and teach our students how to encounter those waves.
While working in a surf zone, surfmen will do what is called squaring up, which means positioning the bow of their boat toward the incoming waves. The students trained all the way up until the day of graduation, and it was on that final day that something crazy happened.
Mayday, mayday. Ship's gonna sink, yo. The compass isn't working.
The boat crews were notified of a potential mariner in distress near their location.
I think I might be taking on water.
It was decided that we were going to go investigate, see what was going on. It started with 14 to 16 foot swell, sort of amped up to 18 to 20 foot with breaks.
We were able to get on scene and figure out that there was one person on board who did not have a life jacket. One of the school boats was able to get a life jacket over to the person on board the boat. The helo decided to send a rescue swimmer down, and luckily it was just in time.
Swimmer hopped in the water and helped get them onto the helo after the boat had rolled, and all in all, it was a pretty amazing experience. That's one heck of a graduation.